Welcome back, one and all. This is Artman Advance bringing you more Mega Man Star Force 2. In the last episode... we got further into Mu, and now we're trying to survive it. Oh. I just realized what's going on. This is a fight I can't win. The black hole is immune to everything but sword. Ahoy! Plink, plink, plink. Alright, I got this in the last one, but lost it. Good thing I saved. Oh, I just noticed the enemy I can't damage right now is called Gravity.
Let.
Oh, I feel bad. But yeah, let's go. 6 months. I feel so bad that it got cut off. I know, right? I was hoping to save this for later. Okay, this might actually be manageable. do I have them all? No, I only have 2 of them. Wait a second, where are all my sword cards? Oh, this is worrisome. We got a Lick Slash and Berserk Sword. Silent Trials. Ah! Right. All right. I forgot about Spirit Tracks. Run, 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 run! Really? Whew! E-born of Earth, by the words of Mu, be gone! Let's see. Isn't it pronounced Mew? I'm not sure. I'm actually going off of... I don't know why, but I'm actually going off of the way Monster Rancher in the US pronounced it. Ah! Alright. I at least wish I got some money out of facing these things so I could go back and stock up on heals. Ah! Oof, you can see the moment of impact. Run, 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 run! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I got lucky on that one. Oh. You know what? I think I want to use one of those blank cards. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Give me a minute, I need to pull something up. Alright, for those of you on YouTube, terribly sorry, just got the last 2 codes and entered in a code to get the Tribe King form, because at this point I think we're gonna need it. So, let's see. You can reset if you want to turn it off early. Yeah, alright, I can do that. I wonder, do I still have the card? I do! Okay, good. Alright. Alright, the moon in the sky conquered all the peoples on the ground and ruled the earth. That sounds like the last one. Humans who rejected war forsook their land and scattered across the earth. After the appearance of the invaders, the Mu were divided into those who embraced and those who rejected war. That sounds like the first one. Those Mu who left Earth used EM warriors to wipe out the invaders. No? The Mu in the sky conquered all the peoples on the ground to rule the Earth. Humans who rejected war forsook their land and scattered across the Earth. Wait a second, no. After the appearance of the invaders, Mu were divided into embracing and rejecting war. Humans who rejected war forsook their land and scattered across the earth. The Mu in the sky conquered all the peoples on the ground and ruled the earth. Those Mu who left Earth used EM warriors to wipe out the invaders. That sounds about right. Fo Fai Chan Rai. Since I'm nearing the climax of the game, how is it? It is good. I like it. The game did kind of push back, and we did implement the code of the Tribal King. So we're gonna give that a shot. Alright, so I said it was Fo Fai Chan Rai. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I tend to agree with that sentiment. Alright, trying to remember the order of these symbols. Okay, so... sideways Y. Askew E. TL key. Goalpost. Alright. Also like how the disasters are more often than not natural disasters. Use at least one code or mod for every game since 3. This is your one code here, don't feel bad. I guess so. Wait, I do remember. Let's Let's see if I got the order right. Ah! Alright, I was sure I had that right. For example, you won't get in legal trouble for a sudden snowstorm appearing and giving inside of your hands, compared to the Space Sim and Snake exhibit. I'm sorry, you both have the same color in your chat, so I got that confused. You're the one talking about the disasters are natural in this game than man-made. Alright, so apparently I read the story wrong. I was sure Foe was the first one. Right, I get it. Nobody's in trouble, but as a heads up, if you have to do a dot in the future, just put a space after the dot. Nah, I get you, I get you. Alright, so... So after the appearance... So, Fo-chan Rai Mu? No, Fo-chan Phi Rai? Fo-chan Phi Rai. Who's my favorite character in this game? That is a tough call. Okay, YTE field goal. Y T E Nope. Hit the wrong button. Why do they have to make the OK button red? Oh, no, I don't know that. Ah. That was me looking up what order the story goes in. Okay, so apparently the correct order is Fo Fi Rai Chan. So, after the appearance of the invaders, the Mu were divided into those who embraced war and those who rejected it. Humans who rejected war forsook their land and scattered across the earth. Those Mu who left Earth used EM warriors to wipe out invaders. The Mu in the sky conquered all the peoples on the ground and ruled the earth. That doesn't sound like it's in the right order. But I'm not here to question. I'm here to answer the puzzle. Full. Five. Rai. Chan. No, it's fine. I already got it. Thank you, though. That's another one of those Mew Star carriers. Is there a character you don't like? Kind of a tough call, but I'd have to say, just for how little of an impact he made besides kickstarting the second half part of the story, that rich dude, Mr. .com, like, he had potential to be a really fun recurring character. Yeah, so we also laughed about Hyde. Anyway. I am a guardian of Mu. Beware all who trespass here. You are not an inhabitant of Mu. Mu was destroyed a long time ago. There are no more inhabitants now. No, Mu still exists. I believe the inhabitants of Mu will one day return. Hey, Bub. What the heck are you EM bodies of Mu? And why were you created? I was given but one purpose in life. To use these claws and this beak to tear apart my enemies. That is all. Not again. EM wave change. Here comes another kid. Wave battle, right on. Terra Condor's alright design-wise in my book, but I see where you're coming from. And yeah, Plesio Surf, he was, difficult to get around. Oh, that was much more manageable. I don't think I've met Jack yet. Oh. I feel bad for them. They were created just to be used as weapons. And there are so many of them. Such a waste. Mega, you actually feel for them? I suppose so. Let's just go, kid. We're not done just yet. Oh, we're all free to have our opinions, and I'll just have to check out Jack for myself and form my own opinion of him. I just kind of feel like .com was wasted potential. Well, well, look who showed up to play. What do you want, Hollow? You cannot pass. Careful now, we don't know what he is. Yeah, I hear you. Even Sonya told me I had to watch out for him. He's the only one in Vegas' brother band. I will protect Lady Vega. I will not let anyone come close to her. He's got some serious power. You gonna stand around and admire him all day? No, he's not the only one with people to protect. Stand aside, he's mine! What the? You're in my way! What do you want? What do I want? You got a lot of nerve to, asking me that. Think I'd just sit back while some uppity humans made something called the Neo-Mu Empire? My ancestors would never have allowed it, and I won't either. Why? Did you not want to see Mu restored to glory? Your goal, our goal, is about to be realized. How could you not be happy with that? I'm not like you. I just wanted to know the truth of how a civilization that was far superior to anything today ended up being destroyed, to discover why it was destroyed. There must be some reason for it, and that's what I wanted to find out for myself. To what end? To find the one responsible and then destroy them? Unfortunately for you, you'll never get your chance for revenge. You want to know why? The ones who destroyed Mu were themselves! What? Rogue, you must have noticed it when you stepped foot here. All is not well with the land of Mu, and I know why. Mu was wiped out by your ancestors. Using EM waves as weapons, they destroyed each other. And now you are the last of them. It was your ancestors who brought war upon themselves and then sank this continent into the ocean. And that was the end of the great people of Mu. They fought each other? Was that the precursor to ruin? Hollow, are you blind? What? If you're not blind, then you're just stupid. You doubt my words? I know they're lies. Mu wasn't destroyed. In fact, Mu is still present. Can't you see it? I'm standing right in front of you. The blood that courses through my veins has not lost its pride. I won't let you people get your hands on it. You're too late. It's already ours. Then I'll just have to take it away from you. The time for talk has passed, Hollow. I'm gonna finish what I started. Very well. However... That's a... Take this! You will join me in an eternal fight. In the undimension. You rotten little... I'll be waiting. Ah! Huh? What the? Don't try and help, you'll just get in my way. This is my fight. Wait! That dive store wizard thought he could trap all of us together and slow us down. But he saved us. If you want to think so, I don't think he had any intention of helping us. Anyway, we got a clear path now. And that 2-bit magician is probably with Vega already, which means we'll probably have both of them to deal with. Yeah, things aren't looking good for us. There's no going back now, Geo. You'd better gear up for battle. Roger that. Alright, now let's catch up with chat. See, also, while I do think it goes a little strong with the power of friendship, Geo is somewhat right in the sense that it gives him motivation to fight on. Solo's motivations and desires in comparison are much weaker, especially when one of his main goals is solitude. Emotions like love, greed, and revenge tend to offer a lot of motivation. Wait, revenge isn't an emotion? What would be a good emotion for that? Justice, maybe? Like, a twisted sense of justice? The Undimension sounds like an X zone for discarded undergarments. The Undimension. Just to be doubly sure. Vega should be up ahead. Are you ready? Yo, kid, before you go on, I highly recommend you save here, because there won't be any place to save up ahead. Get ready to go on to the final battle. Save here and let's do this. Wanna save? Contempt? Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, here we go. Oh joy. Wasn't even time to react. One thing you hate about this game, and it's how it handles its last dungeon in comparison to the first game. Warlock, the fourth wall is still under construction. This should take care of it. Actually... much easier to dispatch them now. Time for the final boss! More stylus puzzles! Yeah. If I was actually using a stylus or a touchscreen, this would probably be easier. Yeah, I'm actually out of heals. Wow. It barely recognized the last stroke. At this point, I guess you're supposed to hold the stylus in hand. Yeah. Because I don't have the, this isn't... what's the best way to explain it? My stylus is not compatible with the screen I have it on right now. No, I don't have a touchpad. Let's see. Oh, if you're talking about the touchpad on my controller, no, that just speeds the game up. I would also say overall that Star Force felt more supernatural than science fiction, given how Aemians and Ephemians work like demons and ghosts. I guess so, yeah. Right, and it's not on my tablet. So the lady herself is here to greet us. Vega! Mega Man, I presume. I have heard tales of your exploits. What do you want? I am impressed that you made it this far. As a sign of respect, I will allow you into the throne room. Follow me. You plan to do the post-game or go to the last game? I plan on going to the last game and explore these games at my leisure. The throne room? There's definitely a powerful presence in there. Yeah, something's there, and I bet it's bad news. Huh? This is no time to be a coward. Get a hold of yourself, Geostellar. If you back down now, who's going to protect your friends? Geo. Let's go, Mega. Alright, kid. Uh-huh. What is that? This is Lemu. Lemu is the god of all EM waves. What you talking about? Lemu has existed since this planet was first formed. Lemu's power surpasses understanding. Lemu gave us the wave world. That's ridiculous. You think I'd believe you? I see that you doubt what is true. Why do you think there's an endless supply of Mu EM bodies? That is all thanks to the power of Lemu. Lemu can form anything out of nothing. That is why I call Lemu a god. Whatever, lady. It was because of Lemu that the people of Mu prospered. They were lucky to be the ones receiving Lemu's blessing. Can you even imagine? Imagine how much power it would take to make an entire continent float. You're saying Lemu moved the continent? Exactly! Now I have awakened Lemu using the U part. And now even you cannot hope to defeat Lemu. We'll see about that. Mega Man, what would you say to this idea? What idea? You have shown yourself to be a man of ability. To come so far only to lose would be a waste. So here's my proposal. Why don't you come work for me? What? Are you crazy? Why would I? When I find people of talent, I don't withhold my praise. And people of talent should rule over the wretched, the foolish. I believe you too should rule over them. Forget it, lady. That's crazy talk. Who wants to take over the world anyway? I see. Well, you are young. You don't understand. If you only knew what I have been through, then you would understand. I will enlighten you about my past. I am from the Tanabata Kingdom, a rather small country. Oh boy, Joy Team Rocket! Our country was a very poor one, and it was always embroiled in war. Everything was always in an awful state. I myself was born into a particularly poor family. I can't even begin to imagine our daily struggle just to live. I worked so hard to escape that place. I always thought that if I had enough money, it would be simple to leave the country whenever I wanted. So I chose to become a scientist. And with that came the opportunity to finally leave that country. But before that, I lost something of great importance to me. Something important? Yes, it was something I valued more than anything else in life. I hated my country more than you could know. And that same country stole from me that which was most precious. But what I hated even more than the country was its wretched ruler. He would start wars over trivialities and spend money on the most frivolous things. It was obvious to me that he was as useless as the sun is bright. However, no one except for me could see how unqualified he was. They would just blindly follow his orders, never once questioning them. And there were those who would even openly vocalize their support for him. I couldn't suppress my anger any longer. Tanabata was falling into ruin and no one held him accountable. How could the people let such an incompetent fool stay in power? Even now I still can't comprehend it. If our ruler had any talent whatsoever, I never would have lost what was precious to me. Why are we even humoring her? Do we care? The game says we care. Only incompetent fools bring about disasters. And the situation wasn't unique to the Tanabata kingdom either. After becoming a well-respected scientist, I was able to see to that. No matter where I went, there were fools in charge. There are more fools than there are stars. And so I realized, leaving these fools to do whatever they please would be dangerous. Their mistakes would only lead to pain and suffering for others. I hated the fools that robbed me of what I cared most about. So I focused that hatred into a single goal. My new goal was to rid this planet of all the fools and start a new age. Freedom is wasted on the foolish. The foolish don't know their place in society. I won't let them lord it over others anymore. There is no place for them in my world. To that end, one thing is needed. What's needed is someone of ability to rule over them. And the one who will rid this planet of all its incompetent fools must be able to lead, to have absolute power over all life. Mega Man, do you know what you would call a person with absolute power? A tyrant? A god. I will become one, and then I will rule over this world with absolute power. That is my goal. So what was it that you lost? You never finished that statement. Now I wield the power of Lemu, the god of EM waves. Being the wielder of that power makes me a god as well. Is this Dane for real? I'm going to rid this world of the gigantic cancer that is eating away at it. Humanity will be divided between the talented and the foolish. Those who show promise will join me in this land, and we will rule over the foolish from afar. That's just wrong. What's wrong about it? I'm not actually trying to destroy the world. If anything, you could say I'm trying to bring the world together in a new way. Bring it together? Family, friends, and lovers. The world does not function without bonds. They're waiting for the I'll face myself post-fight. Those bonds create link power, and that is very important. And the link power that is created will be used for conquest. We will use our link power to reign over the foolish. Did you know what I lost? No. That is why I must rule. You belong with us. You have the right to rule over the foolish. Join me. Well, count me out. Are you sure? Controlling people with link power? Sorry, but that's not how link power should be used. You won't be able to change your mind later. Do you even know what's going on down there? You're only gonna rule with fear and hatred, not link power. As it should be. I am ridding the world of the cancer that plagues it. Of course, the process is a bit painful. But I will step in and put an end to the chaos. I don't care what you say, I'm not joining you. That is regrettable. I thought you would be able to understand. I see I was mistaken. Lemu, now is the time to show your power. Moo. This guy is diesel. You have made a foolish choice, but you won't have long to regret it. I know this isn't going to be an easy fight, but I'm not going to run away. I have friends that I must protect. I'll face any enemy I have to in order to safeguard them, because I know what real link power is. It gives you all the strength you need to be brave. You don't use it to conquer people. The outcome of this fight will determine which of you of link power prevails. Lemu, crush this foolish creature. Moo! If I close my eyes, I can see everyone's faces. This is what link power is all about. Sorry, lady, we had the power of saving. If you ruled your way, the world would be ruled by hate, unlike the real world. I made a promise to everyone, and I'm not gonna break it. I know their prayers are with me. That is the meaning of friendship. Without that, link power would be worthless. I'll prove it to you. Let's do this, Mega. Alright, time to tear things up. Last battle, right on. Ooh, I love this theme already. Okay, now I can hurt him. Oh boy. That's gonna take some learning. Oh. Oh, that's cruel. Hold on. Where is it? Reset. Alright. Okay, so dying counts as a reset. Alright. Fair enough. Kinda hoping to get a chance to use a heal card. Ah. Let's try that again. Took me a second to realize what was going on there. There are, I just don't have any on hand. Open up so I can hit you! Whew. Okay, I think I figured out something. No, you're not getting your shield back before I do some more damage to you. Ah! Alright, well, I think I've almost got it. Those portal attacks are really throwing me off. Yeah, I'm starting to agree. This guy feels a lot worse than Duo does. Cards do I want to bring to bear? What was my favorite big bad? I'd have to say... probably Side Beast Gregar. Like, I'm not saying 6 was the end-all be-all, but that was a memorable final fight. Yeah, I was ready to lay into him. Heck, oh. Nothing to set up with. Oh, this is getting a little disheartening. So much going on, I can't read the screen. What knocked me out of my super form? I mean, you guys see, I'm actually trying here. flame dance for the win! Whoa. No, not Lemu. He's a god. I did it! I have no choice now. What are you doing? Lemu, I ask you to use the last of your power to smash Moo into the earth below. You can't! Oh, believe me, you'll want to skip ahead in the YouTube video. Ha! I thought she was gonna pull out a gun. Fighting you has grown tiresome. Time to finish this. I will defeat you. Huh? Lady Vega. I must continue our fight at a later time. What? What's going on outside? Moo. Moo. Mighty Lemu, are you ready to end it here? What are you doing? After Moo smashes into the earth below, I'll use the remaining energy to blow it up. This continent is nothing more than a giant bomb now. If you do that, what will it accomplish? If I cannot realize my goal, then the least I can do is rid the world of all its foolish people. It doesn't matter that it will cost my life. Don't give up, kid. If she's serious, then that big hunk of junk is the power source. We gotta destroy him before we crash. This is my Moo-branded anti-biological preserver projectile dispenser. That's the only way we can stop it. Alright. I'll destroy him. You will not interfere with Lady Vega's plans. Whoa! I apologize for being delayed. Ah, Hollow, you've come just in time. Destroy this whelp. Crikey! You don't have time to take this guy down. Yeah! Huh? It's a person? I don't think so. It's an EM wave. This guy's a matter wave. You figured it out. I'll let you in on a little secret. Hollow. He was the first matter wave ever created. First in the world? Hold up, then everything Zach was saying is true. He said you made the first matter wave. But it was a person? Yes, that person was the precious thing that was taken from me. Everything was set into motion the moment I lost him. I had a friend I knew since childhood. His name was Altair. Altair existed at everything he did since he was a kid. Everyone said that he was gifted. I wanted to be just like Altair. I loved him. And he loved me. We were very happy together until... Yes, I feel your pain, chat. This is not the time to be monologuing. He went away and never came back. It was because some fool started a war that he was forced to fight. I was filled with a sadness that wouldn't abate. Then I hit upon the notion that there might be a way to bring Altair back. Bring him back? Bringing him back required artificial means. And that's when I decided to pursue a career in science. After some time, I finally succeeded. I could reproduce Altair as an EM wave. Another scientist used my research, and that's how matter waves were invented. Okay, so what you're saying is you created matter waves to make people. Yes. Unfortunately, that too ended in failure. How? He is an exact physical copy of Altair, but he lacks all the memories of the original. All I created is a loyal servant, a matter wave that will do whatever I say. I gave up then. I forced myself to give up, but it's a failure. I knew that. I would tell myself that, but I couldn't let him go. I knew he was just a matter wave, but he looked like Altair. I thought he would somehow gain those lost memories. I thought he would talk to me like Altair did. And I never gave up hoping that, dreaming it. Yeah, thanks, Maximilian Vegasus. I waited and waited, but that dream never came true. Altair was truly gone, and then something inside me changed. I was no longer filled with sadness, but a different emotion. I was filled with hatred for those who took Altair away from me. And for this world. The world that robbed me of happiness with him. I would make everyone pay. I would change the world. Then I learned about Moo. This was my chance to change the world. To accomplish that, I would need someone I could trust. I wanted a confidant who could only be one person. The matter wave version of Altair. I wanted Altair to see me dispel my sadness of losing him, and I wanted to be at Altair's side no matter what happened. I modified Altair's matter wave form for battle. And I implanted him with all my knowledge. The end result is the man you see before you now. So, she became a necromancer scientist to raise a dead love is neat, but that whole ruling the world is a stretch. In 10 minutes, this island's gonna blow up. Yeah. If there was a higher power at work, I would have never lost Altair to war. If I were a god, then I would have been able to bring him back. But you can't think. Enough of your words. I don't expect you to understand my regrets and frustrations. Paula, finish him. I don't have time for this. What's happening? Lemu, what's wrong? Calm yourself. That hunk of junk is in bad shape. It's dangerous here, Lady Vega. Please leave. You can no longer control Lemu. If you do that one more time, I'm goofing on you. That's like me missing the breakfast special at a restaurant, learning to cook it myself, and then dedicating my life to creating a rival chain conglomerate to monopolize fast food. Yeah. Lemu, stop it! Lady Vega! Ugh. Yo, you okay, kid? I think so. I can't believe I got blown back here. What happened to Lemu? Did he stop? Well, he's not going crazy, but he's still alive. He's one tough, Hollow! You monologued for 5 minutes, Vega. You have no right to say enough of your words. Exactly. And we beat her fair and square. We played by the rules. You should too. Is that? I saw what happened. He protected her with his own body. Lady Vega. Yeah. It's okay. Don't talk, Hollow. Apologies. What are you saying? You just saved my life. My apologies. I couldn't remember anything. You're still concerned with that? I couldn't make your dream come true. I just wanted to tell you one thing that Altair knew, so I could thank you for giving me a chance at life. You don't have to thank me. I know that you're not Altair, but having you still brought me joy. I was happy to have you by my side. Hollow! If there really is a higher power, please let me do this one thing for the one who gave me life. Let me talk to her like Altair used to. No. Hollow, don't leave me. Oh! You can't! Hollow! Hollow, you always thought of me and tried to make me happy. I never really knew. I was disappointed when you couldn't hold Altair's memories, but you and I still worked together on many things. And suddenly you were the most precious thing I had in the world. You were a part of me. Not again. I've lost something precious to me again. Why me? Yeah! Please don't. What the? Please don't. Am I hearing things? No, I can hear it too. Who's saying that? Please don't. Where's that coming from? Please don't cry, Vega. I can hear it in my head. Who are you? Please don't cry, Vegalita. It can't be. Only one person called me that. No! It's me, Vegalita. Altair? Is that really you? I was called here by a prayer I heard. It was a really strong prayer. It passed through dimensions. Let Vegalita hear your voice. And that prayer, it had the same voice as my own. Could it have been Hollow? I'm sorry for leaving you, Vegalita. I never meant to make you sad. You don't know. You don't know how much I want to hear your voice again. Are we in some kind of dream? No, it's a miracle. Altair, please come back to me. I can't do that. I promise that I will always watch over you. Always. Altair. I want you to promise me something, Vegalita. Don't try to play God with people's lives. Why not? I'm doing it for you. I want you to remember what we once shared. We shared love and happiness together, right? Yes, but that's because you changed me. Now with you gone... I understand, believe me. All those tears blurred your view of the world, but now it's time to wipe those tears away. It's time for me to go now. Altair! Don't leave me. Let me go with you. You shouldn't say things like that. The voice that called me here, he gave up his life so he could save yours, didn't he? Hollow. You have to live, not just for me, but for him as well. Altair, I only have one more favor to ask. Call my name. Vegalita, I love you, now and forever. Altair. Farewell, Vegalita. Live a long and happy life. Altair! 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 Altair. Did I only imagine his voice? No, you didn't. I heard it as well. You didn't imagine it. This is what happens. This is what a bond is. A bond. Yes, your bonds. The one between you and Altair, and the one between you and Hollow. Those bonds are your power. Even if they're far away from you, your connection to them surpasses time and space. If that isn't link power, then I don't know what is. Altair. Hollow. I have lost. Do whatever you want. Okay, first off, you need to turn yourself into the authorities. But yeah, catching up with chat. Can't roll my eyes hard enough when they're coming out of my head. Is this what they call the AM birds and the FMBs? Too much sap. It's so sappy. A VOD isn't necromancy, yo, it's BS. Stay here, go back, do whatever you want. Just leave me. I'm afraid we can't do that, miss. You need to answer for the crimes you've committed. Fine, but I want to say something first. Live a long and happy life. What? It's what Altair said. By some miracle, he came to tell you that. Don't let that miracle be in vain. Mugiwara! I told you I would riff on it if you did it again. Crikey, this guy just doesn't give up. What the? Something's definitely wrong here. Moo! It's starting to fall out of the sky. What? He's still following the order I gave him. In a few minutes, Moo will crash into the Earth. And then Moo and Moo itself will explode. What should we do? We have to destroy Moo before we crash. The Earth should be safe if we do that. Gotcha. You get out of here. It's gonna get dangerous. And what will you do? I'm staying. I'm gonna destroy Moo. But just hurry up and go. And remember Altair's words. I'll be okay. Alright. When you get back from this, we have a lot to talk about. So you better make sure you come back. I will. Alrighty then. Now it's just you and me, kid. I'll tell you right now, I don't plan on going down with this rock. I'm with you on that. We've got everyone waiting for us, so we've got no choice but to stop Moo. They better not make me fight it again. Really? Backup save. Gio, you are 12 years old. Oh, this is going to be painful. No matter what happens, we gotta destroy Moo. He's on his last legs. We can take him. Yeah. Yeah! One more. It's no good. I guess that's why he's the god of EM waves. Yeah. This guy just doesn't know when to quit. Yeah. Yeah. That voice. Hey, Geo. Did I black out there? How the heck are we gonna stop that huge hunk of junk? Dunno, but we're not gonna give up. No power left. Vega. I must be losing it. I keep hearing things in my head. I guess this is the end. Vega. Hold on, I hear it too. Kid, your star carrier. Huh? Mega Man! Is that? Mega Man! Prez! Mega Man, can you hear me? Are you there? We could hear your voice and your bravery. It was coming through the star carrier. The whole world's been listening to it. I asked someone at the TV station to help. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mega Man. Mega Man is... No one is scared anymore. No one is thinking of saving only themselves. You showed everyone how to be brave. It's because you risked your life for everyone. We're all here waiting for you. You have to come back. Everyone in the world is waiting for you. Lane and Geo got to be incredibly radiated in their respective series, yeah. You guys, you're always there. You're always giving me encouragement. It's always been you. You guys, you're the most important thing in my life. That's why I will protect you all. You can count on it. Yeah! You did it. You did it, kid. You hear me? You did it! Yeah, but I used up all my power. This was the DS they could have paid for some animation. Well, we gotta get... What in the... It looks like the whole place is falling apart. It's got no power source anymore. Kid, you gotta get us out of here pronto. I know, but... Kid? Forget it. I'm too weak. Ugh. Come on, kid. You don't want to go down with this hunk of rock. Everyone's waiting for you, remember? Kid! Geo! I think I'm gonna black out. Sorry, everyone. I'm not gonna make it back. I broke my promise to all of you. I'm so sorry. Dad, I wanted to be a little more like you. I fought the best that I could. That's what you would have done. Isn't it, Dad? It's no good. I keep calling him, but I can't get through on his star carrier. Mega Man, are you there? Ah, everyone look, it's the continent of Mu. It's falling apart. Geo's still up there. Mega Man! Mega Man! Oh, there we go. Moo's breaking apart the tune of McDonald's and says, "This is CMM News. We have an important announcement. The floating continent of Mu is broken up into pieces. Who has restored peace for the people of Earth? It's Mega Man. Mega Man has saved us all. He risked his life to save everyone. The world is in your debt, Blue Bomber." Oh, is this the credits? Oh, this was a fun... Yep, there's the credits. Yeah, this was a fun game. And, yeah, Hugh sent me a meme right before the whole... right after the whole scene with Vega. Like, Vega, and it's showing a clip of evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz. "You know, my crimes against humanity have just completely slipped my mind." I really do think that's the first time they call him that in universe. Yeah, sorry. It will be up on YouTube later if you want to watch through it. Just have a good afternoon to dedicate to it. Maybe a couple. But so far, what I think of this game... Actually, I think I got this backwards. There we go. But, what did I think of this game? It was fun. I liked it. It brought a lot of new features that were really fun, some of which I could do without, like that skiing minigame. Still have time to start 3? Yeah, I guess I will. Just start it, though. It got really interesting at the end. I think if I was gonna... Oh yeah, I'm planning on playing the third one. Right, yes. I always try to make it a point to post the streams 10 minutes before they go up. Later, it was great to have you here. But, what were my thoughts going into this? If I had to give any advice for this game, it would be... it would be the moment you get Zenny Finder, dedicate a couple of solid hours to grinding up Zenny because you need it for a lot of the good stuff at the very tail end. A lot of people say Lemu is not a good final boss. Thought it was pretty awesome. Given the concept of it and the design, yes, it was awesome. The difficulty was like fighting Duo all over again. I got lucky with that last hit lining up just as well as it did before he burned me down with all those rapid portals. Seriously, that was the only fight where I was looking at the battlefield more than I was looking at the final boss. Because it was hard to dodge left and right with the patterns he was throwing at me. Like, yeah, I know, it probably wouldn't be hard to a lot of other people, but my reaction time is already a little stunted, so it was a little bit of a hassle for me to dodge back and forth like that, trying to read his moves 2 or 3 steps ahead. I will say, I personally found him the weakest. To be honest, your deck still stunk. It was the strongest cards I had on hand. But, yeah. The entirety of Moo, I would not blame anybody else for going, okay, fair. I would have to say, I would not look forward to fighting Lei Mu again, but I will give him props for his design. And I'm most likely playing Black Ace if I'm remembering correctly. True. But yeah, I had Ice Stage to combo with Piranha Kiss. I gotta wait for the credits to stop rolling because you know there's gonna be a post-credit scene, and then I will do a brief pause and move on to the third one, Black Ace. That was the lowest rated Mega Man game of all time. Does it live up to that rep? Honestly, no. I just say it was a step up from the first one. It took me just under a solid day to clear this game. Now let's see what's going on here. It's all dark. I can't see a thing. Am I dead? Geo. Geo, can you hear me? Dad? Is that you? You did a great job, son. You made your father very proud. Dad! I tried my best. I wanted to be like you, Dad. I know, Geo. But there's something you still have to do. You have to keep the promise you made. I know there are others that you care about, and I know they care about you too. If you don't go back, you're going to make a lot of people very sad. If you really care about them, you'll go back and make them happy. Won't you? Yeah. Okay, then get up. You don't want to keep them all waiting. Good luck, Geo. I'll always be with you. Dad. Ugh. Huh? Where am I? Huh? I thought I was on Moo. Then, what happened? Now you wake up. You're pathetic. Solo. You saved me? I wouldn't say that. Your unconscious body was blocking my way out, so I just picked you up and brought you here. I see. Solo, your land, it's... You think I'm sad just because I lost my land? Do I look weak to you? Moo is gone and I don't feel anything for it. Solo. Huh. Wait up. You're hurt. We should get you some help. Whatever. We should never have crossed paths. We don't get each other. This is where you belong. Being here makes me sick to my stomach. I'm out of here. Dad, if our bond is so strong that you could talk with me, I bet I could use Bond to talk with Mom. Bye, son. No, I bet you could use Bond to talk with Mom. I belong here. Yeah. You guys. Gio, are you hurt? Are you okay? Prez. Sorry to worry you all, I'm fine. What a relief, I'm so glad. Prez couldn't stop crying till she knew you were back. Her eyes are still all red and puffy. Yeah, and you were crying like a wild coyote. Well, I started to think that Jill wasn't gonna come back. Oh, no, I'm crying again. Jill, you really did an awesome job. I'm gonna get you all the ginger beef you can eat. No, scratch that. I'm getting you a filet mignon. I'll feed you filet mignon till you burst. Yeah! Gio, thanks for saving us. Thanks for saving the whole world. You really are a hero. I'm really glad you came back to us. Gio, there's something I want to say. What's that? Welcome home. Welcome home, Gio. Welcome back. It's good to have you back, Gio. Look at them. They all look so ugly when they cry like that. You guys. I just wanted to give up so many times. When I pictured your faces in my mind, it made me push myself to keep going. For all of you. You gave me the strength I needed. Gio. 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 All of you did. Prez, Bud, Zach, Sonia, all of you. You all gave me strength. You guys mean the whole world to me. Thanks, guys. Oh, and it's good to be home. The end. Oh, that's been Mega Man Star Force 2. For those of you on YouTube, this has been Artman Advanced. I thank each and every one of you for coming, and I will see you in the next one. And for those of you still on Twitch...